Morning Show.
Good morning, muy buenos días a todos y bienvenidos a esta edición del Sugar City Morning Show. Es un gran gusto estar con ustedes hoy como siempre y aquí enviándoles los mejores de los saludos para un día fructífero, un día exitoso desde muy temprano por la mañana. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión, Canal 10, aquí en la Avenida San Lorenzo. Y estamos transmitiendo por cable, por aire y por internet. Por internet simplemente la página Facebook de Sugar City Morning Show. Por aire, pues un servicio gratuito, especial para la gente que vive en el norte del país. No tienes que pagar ni $1 para poder ver Canal 10. Simplemente tienes que fijar tu televisor o tu antena hasta la señal de Canal 10 y poder verlo. Y por cable, pues ya sabes, estamos en Canal 62, aquí en Orange, aquí en Corozal por todo el país. Tanto así de que quiero enviarles saludos a toda nuestra audiencia en Corozal, Orange, Belice, Cayo, Tangriga, Punta Gorda y San Pedro, no olvidando San José Socorro y Benqueviejo. Buenos días a todos. Como siempre, le damos inicio a nuestro show con una oración y por todas las cosas buenas que nos da nuestro Señor. Tantas cosas buenas que nos da la vida, nos da la salud, nos da buenas amistades. Padre, te doy las gracias por todas tus bendiciones, por la vida, por la salud, por las fuerzas que nos das, por las buenas amistades. Quiero pedirte, Padre, que bendigas a la familia Reynolds en Carmelita, especialmente a Doris y su familia. También, Padre, te quiero pedir que nos cuides a todos nosotros, que nos protejas a mis familiares, a mis amistades, a mis compañeros de trabajo y a aquellas personas que están pasando por tiempos difíciles, Padre. Acompáñalos. A los enfermos en las cárceles, en los hospitales, en las cárceles. Todas esas personas que están pasando por tiempos difíciles. Acompáñalos, Padre. Cúralos, sánalos, confórtalos. Y por todos nosotros también, que tengamos un día exitoso, que podamos trabajar esos defectos de carácter. Porque la vida, todo lo que es confrontación entre uno y el otro, y estamos tratando con los defectos de carácter de otra persona. Si todos fuéramos perfectos, menos mal. Pero como somos imperfectos, con defectos de carácter, entonces la vida es simplemente eso. Una confrontación entre los defectos de carácter mío con los demás. Así que tratar de mejorar esos defectos, tratar de no mejorar, pero borrarlos de nuestra vida, quitarlos, sacarlos y mejorarnos nosotros mismos. Permítanos hacer eso, Padre, poder ser más humildes, más amorosos, más generosos y, por cierto, más creyentes. Padre, te bendecimos y te adoramos siempre. Amén. Si nos acabas de sintonizar, son las 7:08. Good morning. This is the general weather forecast for today, Monday, the 28th of October. And the general situation says relatively moist and unstable conditions prevail over the area. The 24-hour forecast is going to be sunny with cloudy spells today and partly cloudy tonight. A few showers and isolated thunderstorms will occur over most areas this morning and then mainly inland this afternoon and over the south tonight. The winds blowing to the west-northwest at 5 to 10 knots. Is beginning to happen, the climatic change. And then becoming east at 5 to 15 knots. The sea stays slight to light up. The temperatures along the coast, 86 degrees is a high, 80 as a low. Inland, 90 degrees is a high, and 73 as a low. And the hills, 80 degrees as a high, and 68 as a low. The outlook for tomorrow, Tuesday, and Tuesday night is for a few showers and isolated thunderstorms to affect mainly the south. Elsewhere, showers or thunderstorms will be isolated. A high tide occurred this morning at 10:23, a low tide at 3:49, a second high tide at 9:57, and the second low tide tomorrow morning at a quarter before 5. The sun rose this morning at 5:49. The sun sets this evening at 5:22, and the moon is rising. Well, actually, the moon rose this morning at 6:15, and the moon is setting this afternoon at 6:09. And there it is. Thank you very much, forecaster Michelle Smith. Thank you very much. And all those people working at the Met Service. Buenos días. Aquí les va el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, 28 de octubre, 4 días antes del fin del mes de octubre. Y como siempre digo, el fin de octubre comienzan los vientecitos de Hanal Pichán. Ya queda fresca las mañanas. Ya estamos viendo, sintiendo tantito la frescura, pero nos falta ver los cielos despejados con la temperatura unos 5 grados menos. Nos falta verlo. Pero va a llegar entre unos cuantos días. Este es el reporte del tiempo para hoy, lunes 28 de octubre. Y la situación general dice: condiciones relativamente húmedas e inestables controlan el clima sobre nuestra área. Entonces, para las siguientes 24 horas, soleado con algunos periodos de nubosidad y parcialmente nublado por la noche, chubascos y tronadas aisladas ocurriendo sobre la gran parte del país hoy por la mañana, luego en el interior por la tarde y luego sobre el sur por la noche. Los vientos del oeste, noroeste, 5 a 10 nudos, y luego tornando al proveniente del este, de 5 a 15 nudos. El estado del mar casi inmóvil a ligeramente agitado. Temperaturas por la costa, 86 como una máxima, 80 como una mínima. En el interior, 90 como una máxima y 73 como una mínima. Por las colinas, 80 como una máxima y 68 como una mínima. ¿Qué se espera mañana y mañana martes por la noche? Chubascos y tronadas aisladas afectando la porción sur del país. Luego, entonces, por el resto del país, aislados los chubascos y tronadas. Una marea alta ocurre esta mañana a las 10:23, una baja a las 3:49, otra alta a las 9:57 y otra baja a las 5 menos cuarto, mañana temprano por la mañana. El sol salió hoy a las 5:49 y el sol se oculta a las 5:22. De igual forma, la luna salió a las 6:15 y se oculta a las 6:09. Muchas gracias, forecaster Michelle Smith, por esta información. Agradecidos estamos por esto, compañeros. Yendo rápidamente a la página del National Hurricane Center, quiero decirles que a esta altura, fin de octubre, siempre es probable, siempre es posible que tengamos huracanes. El huracán del 42 fue el 8 de noviembre. Y luego entonces hemos tenido huracanes hasta en diciembre. Cosa que es rara, pero siempre pudiera suceder. Pero este año no está dando indicación de que vamos a tener algo por el estilo. Se supone que quizás ya cuando termine 15 de noviembre, algo por el estilo. Si no tuvimos ningún huracán, entonces no vamos a tener huracán este año. No quiere decir de que estamos fuera de peligro. Ya para el otro año es muy probable que desde muy temprano consigamos una tormenta, algo por el estilo. Pero siempre hay que estar en la vanguardia. Siempre hay que estar checando. Siempre hay que estar con este cambio climático uno nunca sabe cuándo vienen las tormentas. Puede ser como un año, hace varios años, que en mayo, junio tenemos tormenta tropical y nos está dompeando. ¿Cuánta lluvia? Casi un pie o 2 pies de lluvia, y hubo inundaciones en el mes de mayo y junio. ¿Ven cómo sucede? Pero nunca sabes. Viendo el 5-day Graphical Tropical Weather Outlook, no hay nada absolutamente. Y viendo la imagen del satélite, hay nubes en el área de la península de Yucatán, pero eso tiene que ver con el frente de frío que está pasando sobre la península de Yucatán, y detrás de ello viene un poco de aire helado, pero todavía no nos llega a nosotros. Bueno, vamos rápidamente a una pausa. Son las 7:15. Vamos rápidamente a una pausa, y también tenemos que reconocer a nuestros patrocinadores German Vega & Sons, Vega Imports, también Government of Belize Information Center, Belize Tourist Board, A&R Stores. Vamos a una pausa y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de estos anuncios. No se vayan.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multipurpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous, or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, rush runs, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. What a beautiful morning, what a beautiful day. 21 minutes after 7. It is Monday, folks, and we are back here on the Sugar City Morning Show. A pleasant morning to one and all.
Good morning.
Good morning, RC1.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jackie. It looks like is it a frozen morning or the way we used to see clothed as the morning?
No, it's almost I was reading about Brad's and the lucrative business that Brad's goals went through over the past 10 years, and I was stuck with the $20 million. And I go like, wow, so much so that I didn't even notice when the show became back on. Thank you very much, Checky. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. It's a pleasure to have with us this morning, as we'll have every Monday morning, Mr. Ruben Campos. Again, good morning, Mr.
Buenos
Campos.
días, hermano.
And again, good morning, our good friend, Checky. How are you doing?
Muy bien, Don. Muchas gracias, Don.
Gracias por el don, como dicen.
Buenos días, pues.
Porque fácilmente pudo haber sido señor,
sí.
Pero gracias por el don.
Claro que sí, queremos darle gracias a Dios por este nuevo día que nos ha brindado una nueva ventana de vida y nos dio la oportunidad para que nosotros podamos hacer lo mejor que podemos hacer con lo que nos brinde hoy.
Yeah.
Así que gracias y bendiciones para cada uno de ustedes y muy buenos días.
We make the best out of what we got, RC.
That is true.
Yeah, RC, so how things? How's the family and everybody?
Well, everybody's fine, thank you, praise the Lord. You know, it's like anything else, you know. The man complained, you know, that the foot hurt until he said the next man without a foot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's so much to be thankful for. We're up this morning, you know.
Yeah.
And we thank God for all His blessings. You know, life is what we make of it.
That's true.
You know, I have what I've been doing for months, maybe years. Every morning I take a picture of the sunrise. Every evening I take one picture of the sunset. Okay. To remind me that beautiful sunrise there is what God has given us and given me, and says, look, watch Nagito, this is what I give you today. And they shine for you. You need to shine for yourself now and do the best. In the evening, when I take my sunset picture, whether it's going to Saruman, going to Douglas, or going to wherever, you know, or People's Stadium, you know, get the that sunset to remind me that God has blessed me for the day, and thanking for the opportunity to take the rest and pray for getting up in the morning. So I have almost every morning I post a sunrise picture because I love doing that. You know, I feel relaxed when I do that.
Of course,
you know, it's my natural, it's my therapy from nature and blessings from God.
But talking about that, RC, I remember one time when Baba was saying that he was almost giving up life, and you were explaining to him in your backyard when you look on the river and see one dead leaf right there. So
yes,
and
yes.
the river was flowing and the leaf was,
Right. That's when I was living in Trial Farm Village by the riverside. Many times, all of us, some of us don't say it because we feel too macho and everything. We go through, we have stressful days, we go through forms of depression, and so you look at ways to energize yourself because most of the cure comes from within us. And I was by the riverside there, I had a little step and I was watching, and I had a lot of bully trees in the yard, and I saw this leaf floating on top of the river, and I was looking at it, and I saw the leaf, and I said, you know what? That leaf that is floating there is a dry leaf. That leaf is dead. And that dry leaf is floating. It's going with the current this way, going that way, and that leaf, does not sink, did not sink. And I looked at it and I said, you know what? That's my lesson for life. That leaf is dead, and it's floating, and does not allow itself to go down. I am alive. I'm thinking, I must survive, so I will keep alive. And that became like a little symbol for me that
the leaf can do it,
why can't I? And we go through, all of us go through crisis and emotional and stress things. So I go back and I think on that, Chucky, and that uplifts me, and I say, well, after all, I've been blessed. And then I had all of us go through, they look at you and they think, oh, you have everything. But it's not that. Sometimes you go bank, you can't pay your light bill, and so. And one time, my wife said, I tell her, you know what? I only got $1 in my pocket. And a brilliant lady that she is. So what do you worry about? You're not broke. You have less, but you're not broke.
Yeah.
And I said, you're right. I could do something with this. And you get this kind of inspiration and motivation to make us understand that not because your neighbor got a lot more and shiny things that you don't value yourself. You have to value yourself for what you are and what God gave you. And I still have that $1 put up.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not broke. I have less, so I will continue to move on.
Good move. RC, the United Democratic Party is getting ready for the big convention of February 9, 2020. Applications were open for different positions in the party, and the deadline was on Friday at 5 p.m. That deadline we have reached that deadline, and we're here today. So talk to us. How we stand?
Well, on Friday, politics is a passion.
I know you must be there right there.
I was there. I mean, there right there.
All right,
there right there. And then on Friday, of course, we had 2 new entrants. The party had the entrance of Dr. Carla Barnett and Mayor Khalid Belail. No. Let me just at the end of 5 o'clock when it closed, because I have to give a lot of recognition and praise to the Secretariat, particularly Mrs. Paul Stewart, the Secretary General, and Everly, who is her assistant, who have to be keen and on time and very much aware, because everything is legal these days, that at 5 o'clock, so now it's not only who brings in the letter, because it says you should be there by 5, so you're inside the door by 5 or 1 minute to 5 or 5 you're in. You have to monitor also if they WhatsApp you a letter. You have to be on the line if they email you a letter, so that if you only say, oh, nobody came in, but at 4:55 or 4:59 an email came in. So they had a lot of monitoring to do, and they did an outstanding job, and I really want to congratulate them, because they are wonderful people who are working for the party meticulously.
Being there, RC, going into the 5 o'clock hour, like I said, 5 minutes to 5, 10 minutes to 5. How it felt at that moment?
Why it was exciting, because it's for the United Democratic Party is a new. It's the beginning of a new era where the leaders of yesterday now will be represented by the leaders of today with new vision, new direction, and it tells you also that the United Democratic Party is vibrant because of the number of people who still feel they can apply and be part of a great mass party.
I'm going to ask you exactly that, Ruben.
Yes.
Do you remember a year when we had this many participants?
Well, this is historic. That's why you know me. I had to be there, Chucky. As a national campaign manager, I had to be there. Member of Central Executive.
I don't recall a year that we have had so many entries, people wanting to be part of the leadership of the United Democratic Party. What does that indicate? That the United Democratic Party is vibrant, is strong, and presents an option for the people in the next election.
It also makes you understand that individuals believe in the philosophy and the development of not only the party but the country in terms of what has been done under the great leadership of the Right Honorable Dean Barrow. He has left a legacy of infrastructure, promoting education, social programs through human development, advancements in health, and work that continues. So to put your name on a ballot, my friend, these days really takes commitment, and I'm very proud of all the persons who have applied. So if you allow me now,
go through the list? Yes, sure.
we will be going through the list. Now, for leader, we have the Honorable Patrick Farber. He comes from Belize City. So now listen to carefully so that we can look at and discuss what it really means. Then we have the Honorable John Saldiva. He comes from Cayo. And then for deputy leader, we have the Honorable Hugo Pat, who comes from the north. Honorable Tracy Panton coming from the city. Then for second deputy, we have the Honorable Manuel Heredia, who comes from the Belize district. And then you have Honorable Beverly Williams that comes from Belize district. And then for the national chairman, that's the one that really excites me. We have the Honorable Michael Perifit. He comes from Belize. John Castillo, he comes from the south, Danriga. And then we have Dr. Carla Barnett from the city. And then for vice chairpersons, we have Alberto Agas, the present chairperson. He comes from the west. Clifford Peters, who comes also from the south. And Khalid Belaila comes from Cayo from the west. So you can see that the applicants came from the cross section of the country, okay, so that it gives the delegates then and the supporters an opportunity to talk to their leaders, whether you're a standard bearer, a caretaker, or a representative, how they feel about the candidates. And
conspicuously absent is somebody from Orange Walk. No, there's nobody from Orange Walk.
Yes, but that's why I said the north. I'm very specific in the north.
Yeah, but the North Corozal is not Orange Walk.
Right. It represents the north. I agree with you, but Orange Walk is not represented. No one was there. I was asked to put in my name, but I believe that I have served and I have been grateful to have been given the opportunity. But I think that when new leadership comes, we must be magnanimous to say it's your turn. But that does not mean that the experience and wisdom and guidance that we can give from being on the outside is also important. And there are many other supporters out there who have experience across this country, who are prepared and willing to give support to the candidates, and particularly for those who come out winners on February 9th. So the campaign is on, the race is on, okay? And it's a team of, all of them could win, and they could have formed a team if you could reconfigure, and they would be a great team of leadership in their own rights. You have a young person like, a young leader like Hugo Pat, and then you have a woman's representative like Honorable Tracy. You have
the mayor from
you have the experience of John Agas. And then you have two great individuals, particularly going for leader that in their own rights. You know, they have proven. You know, Patrick Farber started as a young boy working with the party. So did John Saldiva. So they have people who have been within the party from years back, and they have gone through the trials and tribulation, have been have met the challenges, and so they are capable of meeting the challenges of the future. They are qualified individuals, and of course, you know, the guidance of the UDP supporters to the delegates will be able to direct where we go.
The delegates from each division at this point, they have all been appointed.
No, not as yet. Not as yet. That is why I really would want to go into delegates, because what needs to be done. Remember that you have some ministers and some standard bearers that need to be sworn in.
Oh,
you
yes,
know, you have to be sworn in, and within that forms part of the divisional convention where the delegates are presented, and they also have to be sworn in. You don't just say, well, you want to be one delegate. You must be sworn in, because there are certain responsibilities that goes with that. And right now, it's not complete.
Why I'm asking is because it'd be interesting to find out, and I guess you would know why. It'd be interesting to find out how many of these delegates end up being women, and some and how much ends up being men, because Tracy has embarked on a woman's on a platform that highlights the power of the woman, which is perfect. But she will have to hinge obviously on the participation of the women delegates, and if she doesn't convince those people, then she doesn't stand a chance. But if she can get through and to convince the women delegates to be on her side, then that's a positive for her.
Well, that's why I say the race is on. All the candidates will have that opportunity to visit the constituents and talk to the delegates and even to the representatives and standard bearer. Looking on the other side of the Hugo Park, you have a young, vibrant individual who has not only won consecutively, but every time he has been winning by a larger margin.
Yeah.
And not only that, he has been working closely with the farmers of the North, which in terms of leadership representation, on the other hand, as compared to women now too, because they are the two on the slate for the first deputy leader. So both of them bring a value that is highly respected, qualification-wise, but each and every one of them will get the opportunity to visit the constituents and talk to one-on-one. What you have said is correct, that Tracy, Honorable Tracy Panton, is moving on a women's platform, and who is looking at the leadership aspect of it as a qualified leader to be able to not only be the first deputy leader, but opportunity also equally supportive of both candidates to be, if so-called, the prime minister. Both bring new images, both bring new efforts, and the decision will be on the delegates. But of course, you know, the party supporters as a whole, since the race has started, have the opportunity to be expressing who they feel might be the best individual, and that's how the United Democratic Party is the party that strengthens democracy, works towards participatory democracy, and that is why the United Democratic Party sees it fit for a fourth term come 2020.
RCM, is there a favorable chance for persons that are attached to a team when it comes to this convention?
Well, you know, a team is when you play together. However, in this particular case, remember you're having, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're having.
You'll have 5.
You're having only so many posts, and I think the dynamic situation, as you and Emmanuel mentioned, the quality of people that have applied, that people might be looking, well, I believe this is the person. So whilst leadership may tend to say, well, this is my team, the country representatives might be saying, look, we believe that these are the better qualified, I shouldn't say qualified, the better person that we feel should lead, but they are all qualified.
Yeah.
They're all qualified. So whichever of the individuals come out victorious on the convention date, the United Democratic Party will only come out stronger, much more united, and moving forward to the 2020 elections.
RC, well, we'd like to break this down in Spanish, but we need to take a little break. It's 21 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Y cuando regresamos, vamos a hablar un poquito en español.
Vamos a tomar una pausa este momento, las 7:40, 20 minutos antes de las 8. Muy interesante la plática hoy por la mañana. Estamos reportando lo que aconteció esta última semana. Vamos a hablar de ello en español más en detalle cuando regresemos, así que no se vayan.
Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
It's back to school time once again, and the only store to visit for all your back to school needs is A&R Store on Baker Street here in Orange Walk Town. Visit them for the absolute largest assortment of school bags in the country with brands like JanSport, Skechers, Everest, Capsule, and character bags like Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Jojo, Siwa, Unicorn, and so much more. Remember, A&R Store is your one-stop source for all your school supplies like exercise books, folders, sheets, dry eraser boards, foam boards, crayon and coloring books, plus so much more. Plus, they have a wide assortment of housewares including bed sheets, cookware, and garbage containers in all sizes and at the best prices in town. Visit A&R on Baker Street today, now with extended hours to better serve you from 8 a.m. through to 6 p.m., Monday to Saturday. A&R Stores, where prices do make all the difference.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly a quarter before 8. Las 8 menos cuarto. Buenos días, bienvenidos a esta edición del Sugar City Morning Show. Aquí con el señor Rubén Campos y el señor Robert Chequioshe. Estamos hablando de que entre muy poco tendremos un equipo nuevo liderando el Partido Unido Democrático, ya luego de la salida del señor Dean Barrow. El viernes fue la fecha límite para que cualquier persona que quiera poner su nombre y postularse como en una de las posiciones dentro de lo que es el equipo de liderazgo para el UDP, puede hacerlo. Y ya este viernes a las 5 ya pasó esto. Y ahora le voy a pedir al señor Rubén Campos que nos dé el reporte en español para el beneficio de ustedes, para que sepamos quiénes son las personas que están postulando como líder del partido. Son 5 posiciones. Líder, bueno, le voy a pedir al señor Campos que lo detalle para nuestro beneficio. Adelante, Rubén.
Gracias, Emanuel Chequi. Bueno, el viernes pasado fue el último día para que personas interesadas en el liderazgo del partido UDP entreguen su aplicación. A las 5 de la tarde del viernes pasado, las personas que aplicaron y fueron aceptados, y ya se cerró. Ahora ya sabemos quiénes son las personas que van a participar en la convención para el liderazgo del partido UDP el 9 de febrero. Así, para liderazgo tenemos al honorable Patrick Faber y tenemos al honorable John Saldivar. Únicamente esas 2 personas aplicaron para la posición de liderazgo. Para el primer vicelíder, 2 personas aplicaron, que fueron el honorable Hugo Pack y el honorable Tracy Panton. Para el segundo deputy fue honorable Manuel Heredia y honorable Beverly Williams. Y para el presidente del partido, el honorable Michael Perfield, John Castillo y honorable doctora Carla Barnett. Y para vicepresidente, las personas que aplicaron fue Alberto Agas, el corriente presidente del partido, Clifford Peters y Khalid Belail. Así que esas son las personas que aplicaron para las posiciones que se van a determinar en la convención el año próximo, el 9 de febrero. Así de que, ¿qué nos muestra eso? Nos muestra de que hay personas individuales que ven y creen todo el esfuerzo que ha cumplido el partido UDP y ven la necesidad de que el nuevo liderazgo para llevarnos en el futuro son un grupo de personas individuales bien capacitados individualmente, y como equipo se va a formar un nuevo liderazgo para llevar al UDP a las elecciones 2020 o cuando lo llame el primer ministro muy honorable Dean Barrow. Así de que podemos ver de que el partido UDP está vibrante, está preparándose para la guerra política, como le llamamos, y hay un equipo muy fuerte y vemos las aplicaciones que vinieron desde la ciudad de Belice, de las islas del sur, del oeste y del norte, y así podemos ver de que hay individuales que realmente se han postergado para ser líderes de nuestro gran partido UDP. Así de que, ¿qué significa esto? Significa de que se crea una nueva revolución política en un cambio del liderazgo de ayer y liderazgo de hoy y el futuro. Así de que podemos ver ahora la realización de que el UDP está preparándose para las elecciones venideras nacionales en 2020 o cuando lo llame el muy honorable Dean Barrow, el primer ministro. Así que estas son las personas que aplicaron y bueno, les deseamos éxito a todos, pero solo uno puede ganar en cada posición.
Quiero destacar que jamás nunca de mi memoria, de lo que yo recuerde, ha habido tantas personas participando en este proceso y es animador, te anima, porque si solo hubiera una persona o una persona para líder, una persona para deputy leader, una persona para chairman, entonces eso va automáticamente sin convención, con poco interés del pueblo, y nada más la persona asume su posición y como si nada. Pero esta vez queda súper interesante. Pero ¿por qué queda súper interesante? Por la cantidad de personas que están postulándose para las posiciones. Obviamente quieren ser parte del nuevo liderazgo del partido UDP, porque hay lo que a mí me gusta llamar esperanza. Una gran esperanza y una gran confianza en el partido, puesto de que es muy posible y hasta muy probable que, aunque ciertas personas no lo crean, de que el partido UDP gane las siguientes elecciones. Por lo que estamos viendo, todas las personas que están postulando, puesto su nombre aquí, son personas activas en su división. Personas que han estado trabajando por su gente, tanto así que tienen la gran confianza de que ellos pueden conseguir el voto necesario para ganar no solo su silla, pero también ganarse la posición en el liderazgo del partido y ser parte del nuevo equipo de liderazgo. Así que, compañeros, les invito a, de veras, hizo falta algo del equipo, hizo falta un representante de Orange Walk.
Sí.
Hizo falta, y esto es una indicación de la situación política aquí en Orange Walk. ¿Ok? Pero sí, nos cubrimos en el manto con decir, hay representación del norte con el señor Hugo Pat. Así que nuestras esperanzas están en el señor Hugo Pat para el norte. ¿No es así? Para la gente del norte. Bueno, veremos qué sucede el 10 de febrero.
Bueno, sí, porque el 9 es una convención, ya vamos a saber. Pero lo bueno de todo esto es de que se puede hacer una comparación entre partidos políticos. El UDP siempre ha sido un partido democrático, por eso se llama United Democratic Party, de que le da la oportunidad a todos para incluir, para participar en la democracia. Sabemos de que en términos de avances en la sociedad civil, en los NGOs y también para respetar el diálogo con unidades internacionales, el World Bank, IDB, Naciones Unidas, Relación Exterior. Sabemos que el equipo del UDP se está fortaleciendo con personas equipadas para poder realizar y compartir un desarrollo político, porque estamos hablando de política, no solamente en el partido, pero para que la nación en general pueda ver que hay un equipo preparado para poder llevar a la nación en una posición más adelante en el futuro. Porque estos son los retos que un partido tiene que analizar, además de trabajar con la nación y la población, con los ciudadanos para un mejoramiento nacional. Sabemos que ahora el mundo se está acercando y podemos ver estos individuales acá que han postulado para estas posiciones, que tienen la capacidad y la habilidad para llevar al UDP adelante a una victoria una vez más cuando se llaman las elecciones generales. Así de que la presentación en candidatos indica no solo a la nación, sino al mundo internacional, de que el UDP es un partido ya preparándose para los retos de mañana y el futuro, políticamente.
How do you answer to this or see somebody say that the delegates will be forced by the representative to vote for who they want?
The party constitution indicates that no delegate shall be forced to vote in any manner by no one, that the delegate reserves the right to vote as he or she thinks and feels is the right thing to do. So that is what the Constitution says.
So, in other words, the person cannot face, or will not face, or should not face any kind of repercussion because he divulged the way he voted, and then the person who named him or her as delegate was not in agreement. So that person faces no kind of repercussion because of the way he
well, you see, that is why the race is on. All these individuals who have applied now.
No, in other words, but the constitution of the party protects that person.
Right, protects the person. That it is then the responsibility falls now on the candidates to go and visit the standard bearers, the caretakers, the representatives, and speak to them and try to gain the support and why they should vote for them. Each and every one of them is granted that opportunity, and then it may very well be in some cases that the delegates feel, well, my leader is saying the right thing, or I have another way of seeing how the party will be moving forward with this particular individual. So as you rightly said, the Constitution protects that individual from his or her right.
What can we learn from last elections, where the last elections within the party, when I can recall going to Belize Technical College, and I can recall being there as part of the media group, and I see Mr. Faber launch his parade, and he passes by, and Mr. Saldiva launches his parade, and it passes by, and everybody thought that Mr. Saldiva was going to win. It turns out that Mr. Patrick Faber won that, and by a clean landslide. It was like a landslide. Which I bring this up very simply because can it be that perhaps those delegates look at the way they're treated personally, and some people will make it a point to treat you the best there is, that with treating you out of this world. And it turns out that sometimes, they make the decision as to who seemed to them at that moment to be the best leader. Well, it was a surprise to everybody that Mr. Faber won, despite the fact that everybody was saying that Mr. Saldiva was going to win. Everybody within the circle that I was in. And it turns out that the afternoon, it was an overwhelming win for Mr. Faber. Surprises do happen.
Well, of course, surprises happen in politics every day, but, it's like the fundamental rule of politics. He who knocks on more doors, he who or she who shakes more hands,
that's
he
exactly
or she
my point.
who talks one-on-one to individuals to indicate, this is position. The delegates represent the constituent, and the delegates should get a feel from the constituents of how they feel about the particular candidates and listen to guidance. Nevertheless, at the final point, when the a delegate is given the ballot, he or she goes into the booth and votes according to either direction or how
Conscience.
the individual feels is the right person to lead. So delegates are very important, but much more than that, the delegates have an opportunity to participate in indicating who the leadership of the party will be nationally. So you can see the strengthening, the reinforcement of democracy and participatory being of the UDP in leadership decision making, which only strengthens the party and gives the party a better opportunity to go into a national election, and the people can say they truly are a democratic party and we want democracy.
How does the voting at the convention happen, RC? They call out name, they vote by groups. How it work?
Well, traditionally, they will call you by constituent.
Okay.
This division, and there's a registered list of delegates, and each delegate must have a proper ID issued by the secretariat, and you must go prepared. And once you are a delegate, you are allowed to vote. Okay, so I can't go in there and say, well, I want Emmanuel vote for me. You have been sworn in, and of course there are alternate delegates are also sworn in the event that the official delegate can't make it. There is already in place a list of delegates that can fill in. So there's a process for that.
So you told us that it's 15 delegates per division.
Yes, and there are alternates, of course, to ensure that the constituent is democratically.
But at the end of the day, it's only 15 that vote.
See,
plus
by division. So
yes,
31 times 15 is 465. And to that number, then you have to add on members of the central executive,
national
the
party council.
the national party council,
you have,
and then you have the elected officers within
Yes.
the party, the say mayors and
Councillors.
councillors.
and of course, the great thing about this is bringing the UDP family together, and the convention is an opportunity to herald and to shout to the people, this is our team, we're behind our team, and behind the UDP is the future for further development in Belize. So it's again, I've been in this thing for over 40 years, and like you said, this is the first time I've seen a cadre of excellent persons applying for leadership roles, and it does my heart good because
all the positions are leadership role, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. So those of us who have the experience, and have been with the party for so many years, can see now that there are people believed in what the foundation has been said, and it is always the interest of the people that comes first. That is where people will be looking at.
Can a Stan Albiera RC that has his or her set of delegates and they have the alternate as well, can they say on that day, you know what, I don't think you want to vote today, I know why you vote, so I'll put an alternate for vote for you?
No. That's why the alternate only takes effect if I am sick.
Oh, if you're not present.
I can't make it. But once I'm sworn in, I am the delegate to go to the convention.
So as long as you are present there, you will be allowed to vote?
Yes, because you are registered. All delegates must be registered at the secretariat, and that is the list of individuals who are entitled to vote at the convention. So it's an organized program of the United Democratic Party to ensure that the democratic process and individual rights are respected.
Are campaigning allowed out there as well, RC, or it's different from general elections and so?
Well, it's like anything else, if I'm running, I need to campaign to get the vote. I can't just sit by and say, well, because I'm so-and-so, they will vote for me. No, you have to go and campaign. You have a slate, when I say a slate, I'm not speaking of a slate for Patrick or a slate for John, which they may have, but that is not my concern. But what I'm saying is there's a slate of individuals for the leadership positions in the party that we can look at and discuss, and you campaign. You campaign. That's what it's all about. It's about campaigning.
So this is what we can, which pretty much preempted my question, because my question was what do we expect from now until February 9th or February 8th, campaigning.
The race is on. That's all I can tell you. The race is on.
Yeah.
So I think that I'll be honest with you. Some of the persons who are on the roster, although the decision is going to be made by 465 delegates, and despite that fact, I think that at the end of the day, we need to know more about these persons who are vying for those positions, especially the leadership and the vice leadership position. So hopefully we'll be able to count with the presence of either of them or both of them, at some time or the other, so that they can explain their positions, and also to be able to get the questions from you, the people, because at the end of the day, even says it's going to be our party leader, not just the delegates' party leader.
Good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
I see one nice to have you on the show this morning, no?
Thank you, sir.
But I would just like to ask you an honest opinion of you, see what's the vibe. Personally, I think that it's time for a system to change when it comes to electing the leader of the party. We have only 16 people or 14, I stand to be corrected, that make that decision on who becomes a party leader. Most of the time, these people are handpicked. If you have some representative who have their brother, their sister, their brother, and everybody in the group as delegates that they want them to vote how they want. And then you have hardliners in the party. For example, the two gentlemen that sits beside you, they get on the television every day and they defend the party. They defend the leadership of the party. And they don't have a choice. They can't make a decision who they want to lead the party. I think that it's a system that has been in place for some time. I personally believe that it needs to be looked upon, needs to be changed, so more people will get involved and more people will have that decision in deciding who we want to lead the party. We're talking about the leader of a party, of a big political party. I personally am telling you my position. I think that it's time for that system to be looked at, but I would like to hear what you have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. And it's a very much a live question in the United Democratic Party, and that is one of the issues. That is one of the issues that this new team elected that's going to be looking at. There are many other variables that this new leadership team will be challenged to deal with, because that conversation has been within the party, and there are many, including myself, who agree with your position as to include other people to be participatories in the decision making for leadership. So it's a great question. I thank you for it. And this new leader, as it is right now, the constitution of the party merits what it is now, but this new team of leadership has the ability to be able to introduce new ways and means to include more people, and that discussion has been forthcoming in the party. So thank you for that, Carl.
All right, on that note, gentlemen, we need to go on our next break.
Let's take a break. It's exactly 8 minutes after 8 o'clock, and we'll be right back with you after these messages.
Logical evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el... ¿Balancín? Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche-France.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day. Why you the letter here?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the environment.
So all of that? Well, know that to put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Roche-France, making the world function. Authorized agent German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The Government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multipurpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 8:16, las 8:16 minutos. A la persona que nos mandó el texto diciendo de que se ve la imagen, pero que no se escucha nada, le estamos refiriendo eso a los técnicos a este momento, que hay un problemita con la recepción ahí fuera, que se ve. Queremos que nos mandes un mensaje, dice, si es por cable o si es por aire que estás teniendo el problema, por favor, para que lo podamos atender lo antes posible. Por favor, mándanos un correo o algo diciéndonos si es cable que tienes el problema o si es por aire que tienes el problema, para poder dar atención a ese problema de inmediato. Pero de nuevo, bienvenido.
No, RC1, we have touched on the convention and of the entries of the persons that have applied. What's the direction of the party? How's the party going right now? We see a lot of development over the country and a lot of good things happening. Talk to us.
Well, the UDP government has been a government for the people, and the UDP government under the leadership of the Right Honorable Dean Barrow has and continues to do a lot of development. And one of the key areas that is always in this discussion nationally and internationally are programs for poverty alleviation.
Mm-hmm.
And when we, for example, those of you who follow like the World Bank, the IDB, the United Nations, where programs are being recognized and put together for poverty alleviation, there are two components that are there. Continue infrastructure development to have access, continue promoting education. And when we look at both of these characteristics that are being generated to alleviate, remember you cannot, it's difficult to say, well, the job end tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
or we have completed. It's a continuous process. So in terms of infrastructure development, the UDP government has done a tremendous job from when it started in 2008 to present. And in terms of education, you can see clearly now where the subsidies and assistance to education has come from. Leaps of bounds or bounds of leaps, whichever you prefer, that assistance have been given to areas in subsidies all the way from Toledo to Corozal, to the entire country, to be able to assist individuals and families and children who to encourage them to get a level of education to be able to defend themselves, to be creative, to be entrepreneurs, and to be part as a fiber of national development per se. So the United Democratic Party has been doing this and will continue to do that, because when you have people empowered to do things, then you can see much more development. It's not only government. Remember, we are the government. The people are the government. So when we see participation of development and programs by the government, we can see the development grow. Politically speaking, some people may say, well, you know, I don't see it here, I don't see it there, because they fail or do not want to see that the glass is half full. They look at the 3/4 full, and they look at the quarter. Why the glass no got this cup not full, got water. So, but the majority of people in the country appreciate what the UDP government has been doing, continuing to do, and will continue to do, because it has the interest of the people at heart. And when we have national development, we become partners in economic growth, social development, and create a better way of life for the people.
When you mention about the poverty alleviation, you see any possibility or see of the NHI coming to Orange Walk anytime in the near future by this government?
Yeah, you see, the NHI is there. They have different forms of formalizing. I mean, you get medical assistance. That is a form of it. Now, the NHI, remember, comes and it has a cost, because you deal with the NHI programs. You deal with particular medical institutions. So whenever you look at what you have within your national structure, like the Northern Regional Hospital or the polyclinics and the expansions in the north, for example, Carl Huchner or the polyclinic all the way in San Antonio, Toledo, you can see where the health improvement is there. Awareness now becomes now, how shall I put it, an instrument for ministry to review how it is that we go about, the government goes about promoting better health in terms of equipment and whatnot. Because people can Google and say, oh, in Europe they're doing this, in the UK they're doing this, in Mexico they're doing this. But we must reach out to that and go step by step, because of the affordability that goes with there. And again, every day we can see expansion coming to our country in terms of the healthcare and the delivery system. So it's just a readjustment, okay, to modernize, to include everybody in healthcare delivery. Now, there are two terms. You have preventive care and you have curative care. Preventive, take care of your lifestyle, you know, how you eat, how you behave, how you exercise. Curative, well, I know I do nothing, I go in and go see doctor, and the curative becomes much more expensive as we can see. So the preventive health aspect of it, many private institutions sometimes do not promote preventive, because then they don't have clients. But it is a form of health care that has been issued by the Pan American Health Organization in Washington and the World Health Organization in Geneva, Switzerland, that primary health care, taking care of individual health, how we eat, what we eat, and the exercise that we do to keep our bodies fit will determine our lifespan, and also will determine how healthy to become an asset in national development, you know.
When it comes to, they have this saying when a lot of people bring out RC, we can't eat street, we can't eat light. But then I was pleased to listen and to learn that funds have been allocated already for the fixing of the Sarteneja road all the way from Corozal to Sarteneja. Apart from paving that road and building the bridge and everything, RC, it's not only for the means of transportation that you can reach there quicker. So what progress does this bring to these areas since that road will be paved?
You see, when you look at remember Corozal District through the statistics has been declared like a poverty area. When you look at the livelihood risk assessment programs of what it is that we need to do to alleviate poverty, again, in particular areas, infrastructure development, people have access to the land, people have access to the river, people have access to the sea, people have access to the agricultural farms, people have access to employment and participating in the infrastructure development. So what it means is that the livelihood assessment then benefits that come to the area are great. So it's not only, like you say, the road that you save on tires and maintenance on your vehicles, but the time frame is also narrowed for you to have access.
Another very important, very, very important benefit is that before the paving of the San Lorenzo Road, and you can ask anybody, what is the value of the land that you're sitting on, sir? San Lorenzo Road, maybe only $17,000, $18,000. Ask now, after the road has been paved and the double avenue has been put in place. That same $17,000 has pretty much doubled to $35,000. Now the benefit is not for government; it's for the owner of the property. So the owners of these properties, the people who reside in the area, automatically see a benefit because the value of their property has increased dramatically.
And people are buying it, Mr. Martinez.
Dramatically.
Precisely. So when we go back to the theme of poverty alleviation, here I have an infrastructure highway to access properties and areas that I couldn't in the past. So it gives me an opportunity to develop my property because one, I can reach it, just like you at San Lorenzo. Before the double highway or the double boulevard was built here, I mean, things were difficult, but the improvement is here. Likewise, those are the benefits. And how have those benefits come? By having a management development program by your government, which is the United Democratic Party government, and that is going to help thousands of people in that area to have development. And again, the values in property that if I've been sitting on my property, I can't reach it, but I can reach it now. I may decide to subdivide it, work it, and the added value that is there, the increase in value is helping me to have something to be able to negotiate or barter or even put a business into it. So those are the benefits. You alleviate poverty by empowering people, assisting people. Now, there's a difference between I'm coming here to ask for a handout versus empowering you to be able to take the responsibility of your own to decide where your future is going to be. Yeah. And the United Democratic Party continues to work in that way, in poverty alleviation and national development.
So it will also encourage persons to want to buy property in that area. Not only that the value of the property can go up, but it will encourage persons to buy property in the area. We have Capabanc, we have Sartaneja, Chunush, and all those areas. So people are saying, yeah, man, I could buy land because I could access. I could reach.
And more than that, it creates an atmosphere now for economic growth. Development in tourism.
It pretty much answers the comment that Checky made a little while ago that people say, yo no puedo comer calles. I can recall.
No puede comer luces.
He cannot comer luces. I recall when my brother was mayor and he put light up the whole
Queen Victoria Avenue as well.
The whole area. Yeah, and the people, they didn't know what to say. The first thing that came to mind was negativism and cynicism. I said, pero yo no puedo comer luz. Yo no puedo comer calles. Yo dije, ¿sabes qué? Mejor no contesto ese tipo de comentario porque es cierto, no puedes comer la luz y no puedes comer la calle, pero te hace la vida mucho más tranquila. Saber de que no tienes, de que hay corriente alrededor, de que tú puedes tener acceso a corriente, de que en vez de que estés lavando a mano, puedes hacer un esfuerzo de comprarte una lavadora y que la lavadora pueda funcionar en tu casa, que no va a haber gente que te va a entrar a robar por falta de corriente, que en la calle, que puchica, puedas caminar tus hijos, que no se... Y son cosas que yo pensé que son de sentido común, que uno lo entendiera, ¿no?
Let's get this call, Mr. Martinez. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Morning.
Morning.
The easiest thing, guys, gentlemen, to do is to be in opposition. Because when you're in opposition,
true.
you go say all kind of things. But you have to put call a spade a spade. The government is to blame at a certain point because the publicity machine wasn't well oiled. Infrastructure in any country, in any nation, is the way to go. But if you don't explain to your people the importance of infrastructure, you can't expect them to learn it by their own self. It's your job to explain to them why would they do this road? Why would they build the road? I mean, for example, look back some couple of years. It used to take you hour and a half, 2 hours, not asking that the rain would 3 hours to reach the Augustman Ridge. Now, with the new Sugar Road paved, because it's a Sugar Road, right? You can reach the Augustman Ridge in a half an hour. Good time. But people were spoiled under the previous administration, which was the PUP. They were spoiled that they were used to be giving stuff, giving things, giving money, giving this. And when no one will fix it, the people are used to change for the better. But I think the government slipped down in a sense because you need to explain to the people and educate your people with the importance of infrastructure. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. And you just brought to mind something closer to home right here. I appreciate that there needs to be much more information given out as to why certain things are done and the benefits.
The party don't like both, RC.
Well, you see, humility sometimes is your strength, and sometimes humility can be a distraction. But let me bring it closer to home. You and I know, and Emmanuel knows, the beautiful San Roman village area under.
Oh, yes.
I can recall in days past, when there was a rain, it was difficult to reach there. I can recall the days when you wanted to reach San Roman. You go in a doorway from a certain area to the village. I can recall when you had to put stones there, when if you had a 4x4 and a winch, you have to tie it, pull yourself, leave it go, pull yourself, leave it go, till you reach the village. No, the infrastructure development that the United Democratic Party has put together, apart from San Antonio, Rio Hondo, and that area, Santa Cruz and Agasma Ridge, reaching to San Roman, Rio Hondo now, because of the infrastructure development now, you can go much quicker. And not only that, there was a ferry at one time, and from there a certain representative put a wooden bridge, and now from that wooden bridge there's a metal bridge now that we see in Facebook people admiring, which is good. So when you look at these things now, because probably the UDP really blew its horn to say, well, look, that's what we're doing. Well, maybe that's what the UDP needs to do more. But nevertheless, San Roman Village now is a much more traveled village, and people have more access to education, to farming, to many things. So small communities have benefit a lot. And if you go to, how has it helped poverty alleviation like San Roman? When you go there, you see people with pickup, car. No, because before you can't even think of taking a car. You have a car, you got pickup, you got motorcycle, you got TV, you have many things that people go in business, but again, we need to be able to tell the people, as the caller mentioned, what the benefits are of what we're going to do. And I think that sometimes it's done shortly because the technical people going to come in, they use some big fancy words that me and you can't even understand. So we need to break it down.
¿Qué mejor ejemplo tenemos que aquí mismo en Trial Farm? ¿Qué mejor ejemplo tenemos? Dirías, pero ¿de qué está hablando Manuel? Hace unos años no se podía, durante este tiempo de lluvia, no podías transitar ciertas calles aquí en Royal Farm. Muchos patios, mucha gente no lograba salir de su casa. Hoy en día, con el sistema de drenaje que se puso en lugar por el señor honorable Gaspar Vega, fue un proyecto grande que impactó una gran cantidad de gente viviendo aquí en Royal Farm y en toda la que es la avenida San Lorenzo, por el esfuerzo que se hizo con el drenaje fuerte para sacar las aguas que normalmente se asentaban en Royal Farm, sacarlos y llevarlos a otro lado. Ese es un proyecto que impactó tanta gente. ¿Cuánta gente hasta hoy en día te dicen gracias, señor Gaspar, o gracias al partido UDP, o gracias a quien sea, que podemos hoy caminar sin tener que meternos en 2 pies de agua antes de llenarnos? Y hablando de lo que acaba de suceder, mucha gente no sabe de que la electrificación en Royal Farm continúa. La puesta de postes de luz, de todo lo que se llama Blackwater, ya está electrificado. ¿Ustedes sabían eso? De que todo lo que es Blackwater, donde estaba oscuro antes, ya hay corriente, ya hay acceso a electricidad. No es como antes, señores. Ya hay agua, ya hay electricidad. Ahora la gente, por eso Royal Farm está viendo un cambio fuerte en su población, porque la gente está encontrando que es fácil venir a vivir en Royal Farm. No cuesta tanto la vida aquí. Así es. Pero la electrificación ya sucedió, el drenaje ya sucedió, el agua ya sucedió. Hello.
Bueno, como dijo la persona que llamó hace unos momentos, de que no se explicó o tal vez no se sigue diciendo a la gente, bueno, eso es lo que hizo el representante, eso es lo que hizo el UDP y falta de promoción, pero por eso eliges un gobierno que trabaje para ti y el gobierno UDP ha estado trabajando para ti, pero cuando a veces haces algo para la gente, no lo agradeces hasta años después, cuando, ¿sabes qué? Puedo caminar en este camino porque Don Gapi me lo compuso. ¿Sabes qué? Mi terreno ya no está inundado porque hicieron un drenaje. Así de que hay que nos enseña entonces, ¿qué es la lección? Nos enseña que debemos de hablar con las comunidades y seguir explicándole por qué hacemos esto por ti. Lo hacemos por ti porque nos elegiste para trabajar para ti, cumpliendo y buscamos una, ¿cómo puedo decir? Una hermandad entre nosotros para seguir desarrollando. Hay comunidades en otros países de cuando hay desarrollo, siguen con desarrollo. Hay que buscar una manera de invitar a la gente para participar, a decir, mira, esto es lo que va a suceder, que te va a afectar positivamente. Como dijo la persona, vas de acá, San Felipe, Blue Creek, todo por esa carretera, y parece que a la gente no le importa, pero hay que hacerlo porque hay un gobierno comprometido y un gobierno que ve los frutos del desarrollo económico, ¿ok? Para todos. Pero políticamente, como dijo, cuando estás en oposición, pues ves todo lo que uno no quiere ir. Pero sí sabemos que el gobierno UDP comenzó trabajando, sigue trabajando y seguirá trabajando para la gente.
I remember one time, we used to go down south. Mr. Martinez, when he used to go to Hopkins, the Lombard Road, not talk about going to Placencia, Lombard Road, and not talk about when you're going to Peine, Punta Gorda.
Yeah.
Lombard Road, but right now you could go straight from Corozal. It's highway all the way to Danriga, it's highway to Hopkins, it's highway to Placencia, to Mango Creek, and all the way to PG.
Yes, the country has been connected. I mean, 4.5, 5 hours from Orange Walk to PG, you are there.
Yeah.
All right, you are there. Before it take you a day and a half, 2 days to reach there. So there has been much development under the United Democratic Party, and the Right Honorable Dean Barrow, our Prime Minister, said, look, one of the ways to connect the country and have the economy grow is to deal with infrastructure development, and it continues to do that. and we have to be thankful for the vision and the continued work that is being done. Work never finishes,
Yeah.
It continues, and it continues. So, but you can see the fruits, and you can see where it's going, and like the late Honorable Philip Golden said, from roots to fruits. It wasn't there, but now you can see it. Okay?
We need to take a break. It's 39 minutes after 8 o'clock, las 8:39 minutos. Así que vamos a esta última pausa y estaremos de vuelta con el último segmento luego de esos anuncios.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longanisa, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico. Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 15 minutes before 9 o'clock, las 9 menos cuarto. Una manera preciosa aquí en Orange Walk. Quiero decirles antemano de que este fin de mes tendremos bastante invitados ya en línea. Porque obviamente tenemos el Día de los Muertos, bueno, finados, bueno, todo esto. Así que prepárense para una semana llena de actividad aquí en el Sugar City Morning Show. Tenemos mucho planificado para ustedes. También la clausura del mes de Mission Month de la iglesia. Tenemos el padre aquí también y otras personas, 30, 31. Tenemos ya hecho esos arreglos. Y pues aquí cada lunes con el señor Rubén Campos hablando política, porque tenemos que mantenernos informados. Muchas veces porque no nos gusta, como dicen, soplar nuestro propio pito. Estamos ahí esperando que la gente lo sepa, lo bueno que hace el partido. Y ya luego entonces, porque somos como somos, humanos, cínicos, que nos gusta recordar lo malo en vez de lo bueno. Estamos en tierra firme, en donde anteriormente se inundaba, pero condenamos a ciertas personas y por esto y por el otro, no sabiendo que esa misma persona es el que hizo pararte en tierra firme ahorita. Así es la vida, así es la vida. Pero somos humanos y todos lo hacemos, pero muchas veces hay que recordarnos nosotros mismos. Y recordar no solo nosotros mismos, pero a nuestros hijos. Y decirles, mira esta casa, mira este terreno, lo conseguí por tal y tal persona. Hay que siempre recordarse de mostrar gratitud en este trabajo que tengo yo, lo conseguí por tal y tal persona. Así es como logré yo poder crecerte a ti, tener a tus hermanos, a la familia, gracias a esta persona. No quiere decir que debes de sentirte endeudado, es algo completamente diferente, o condescendiente, o menos que esa persona, pero simplemente hay que reconocer y agradecer. Eso es muy importante, reconocer y agradecer las personas que hicieron algo para que tú te veas impactado en tu vida, te veas impactado positivamente. ¿Ok? Así que hagamos el esfuerzo de recordar y decir, ¿sabes qué? Está diciendo la verdad, Manuel. Es muy cierto esto. ¿Qué estoy por tu opinión ahí?
Bueno, sabemos de que, bueno, cada mañana, como decimos, ¿no? Gracias a Dios por la bendición de todo, ¿verdad? Uh-huh. Así de que, bueno, en este mundo, cuando alguien te ayuda, yo creo que el mejor agradecimiento es tratar de ayudar a otra persona, o no necesariamente tiene que ser un agradecimiento que todo el mundo sepa que, bueno, te hizo un favor o tú me hiciste un favor, sino agradecer. Y una de las formas de agradecer es decir, si me ayudaron, probablemente puedo hacer que ayuden a otra persona, y formando un equipo en la comunidad políticamente, viendo cómo viene el desarrollo. No, porque hay gente que critica por criticar, y a veces uno no quiere meterse en agua turbia por no ensuciarse, pero a veces hay que aclarar esa agua turbia. Por ejemplo, me he dado cuenta que hay ciertos individuos en Facebook que ponen algo de pobreza, pero sabes que esa gente no tenía nada, ahora tienen fincas, tienen terrenos, tienen casas, tienen muchas cosas, pero no paran a decir, mira, si no me hubieran ayudado a comenzar, no hubiera llegado donde estoy. Así de que esa gente son gente que creo que al fin del día no puedes llevar nada contigo. Así que hay que trabajar como una comunidad y ser agradecido cómo vamos a seguir desarrollando. Educación nos formaliza a nosotros para decidir quién somos hoy, quién queremos ser mañana, y cómo utilizamos nuestra educación para mejorar, para decir, no puedo ir más, o para decir, voy a tomar esto y voy a seguir adelante. La lucha en la vida es para agradecer hoy y seguir luchando para ser mejor mañana, pero el paso primero comienza con nosotros. Así de que la oportunidad está ahí, educación. Y educación no necesariamente quiere decir ir en una escuela. Parte se puede ir, pero hay gente que tienen un don para ser mecánicos, que pueden ser soldadores, que tienen muchos talentos, música como Chequi, ¿no? Que le entra en la música. Así que hay muchas formas para poder ser personas que podemos decir somos exitosos en la meta que decidimos. Si comienzas a desarrollar una meta, sigue esa meta adelante, porque solo tú puedes cumplirlo. La ayuda que viene alrededor es para que tú llegues a tu meta que tú has decidido. Y recuerda que en el camino de la vida uno cae en muchas cosas, pero la fortaleza es levantarse cada vez y decir, llego un paso más adelante. Y eso es lo que forma lo que es la característica de democracia en nuestro país, y también caracteriza cómo nosotros trabajamos como hermanos y hermanas. Así de que para mí, Emanuel, es que la gente sea informado, que la gente haga análisis, que cree, pues no porque me dicen cosas, hay que saber la realidad y trabajar y funcionar con lo que es correcto. Pero eso toma tiempo, porque hay veces uno que quiere creer lo que uno le cuentan otra cosa, pero cuesta a veces ir a buscar la información correcta. Pero
es más fácil unirte al chisme que rectificar el chisme y decir, ¿sabes qué? Ya basta. No voy a extender este chisme porque sé de conciencia de que lo que estará diciendo está mal, no porque se trata de algo que tú sabes perfectamente que no es así. Pero muy pocas personas tenemos la capacidad de hacer eso. Simplemente le agregamos y lo mandamos más para que el chisme quede más grande. Y eso está mal. Por eso yo siempre le digo, cuando se trata de cosas que no sabes si son ciertos, no me los des, no me lo traigas, porque yo no te lo voy a creer, lo siento. Y si me insistes y me dices tal y tal y tal y tal, pues estás corriendo riesgo ahí de que yo te deje, porque no me gusta lo que no está comprobado, lo que simplemente dicen y que dicen. Mejor para eso, no, enteramente, para enteramente, no me atrae ese tipo de cosas. Pero la política es la política. Tenemos que lidiar con la realidad. Y muchas veces dice que en política no hay realidad, que solo es una perspectiva, es nada más lo que piensas que es realidad, es nada más una percepción. Pero bueno, la verdad es de que al final del día la política puede ser difícil y también puede ser bastante animador y puede ser bastante, lo gozas, personas como tú, gozan de estar en política. Mi hermano le gustaba estar en política, le gozaba estar en política. Pues porque así es, así son las cosas. Pero muchas veces yo pienso que necesitas un corazón especial y algo especial para realmente vencer. En esto es lo que se trata la política. Compañeros, ya son casi las 9 de la mañana. Son 8:54. Solo nos faltan 5 minutos.
Yeah, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. RC,
¿Algunos anuncios?
Yeah, before we go, I'd like to ask RC1 to mention the name of the persons that have applied after the deadline was closed on Friday and the position that they applied for, and for you to do your closing remarks for this morning. Señor, por favor.
Okay, thank you. Let me put bad eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, for leader, for the United Democratic Party, those who applied, Patrick Faba and John Saldiva. For deputy leader, Hugo Pat and Tracy Panton. Second deputy, Honorable Manuel Heredia and Beverly Williams. For the National Party chairman, Michael Perifit and John Castillo and Dr. Carla Barnett. And for vice chairperson, Alberto Agast, Clifford Peters, and Khalid Belail. Those are the persons. Las personas que aplicaron para liderazgo del partido UDP son los siguientes. Para líder, Patrick Faber y John Saldivar. Para deputy leader es Hugo Pat y Tracy Panton. Y para segundo deputy leader, Manuel Heredia y Beverly Williams. Y para el presidente nacional, Michael Perifit, John Castillo y la doctora Carla Barnett. Y para vicepresidente, Alberto Agast, Clifford Peters y Khalid Belay. Esas son las personas que estarán haciendo su gira nacional para hacer su campaña para su voto de los delegados para la convención que se llevará a cabo el 9 de febrero el año próximo 2020. Así de que les invitamos, pues de parte de mí, que le pasen su mensaje a su representante o standard bearer, qué es su opinión y cómo lo ven, para que podamos hacer la decisión y tomar la decisión correcta del partido UDP, que seguirá trabajando arduamente para hacer un mejor partido y también para hacer un mejor partido en gobierno el año próximo. Así les dejo con bendiciones de Dios, que oremos por nuestra patria, nuestra comunidad, y que sigamos siendo hermanos y hermanas con una buena voluntad para desarrollar lo que es nuestra belleza, nuestro bello país de Belice. Muy buenos días.
Bueno, muchas gracias, Rubén, muchas gracias.
Gracias, Emmanuel.
Quiero decir que has dicho una verdad ahí. También, aparte de cuando se trata de la decisión de quién serán nuestros líderes, no solo se trata de 16 personas o 15 personas, así que se trata de comunicar con estos delegados, se trata de que la gente comunique con su representante de área, se trata de que tratemos de llegar a saber nuestras opiniones acerca de estas personas, acerca de los candidatos, etcétera, etcétera, para poder llegar a una decisión que es una decisión que represente la gran mayoría, el deseo de la gran mayoría de la gente de esa división. Porque si al final del día 15 representantes, 15 personas votan contra el deseo de la gran mayoría de la gente de esa división, entonces no está nada bien eso. Nada bien eso. Pero votaron según instrucciones de un individuo. Así que se les pide que tengan el partido y sobre todo el país, el bienestar del país, número uno. A esas personas, por favor, tomen su decisión seriamente. Compañeros, muchas gracias por la audiencia. También al equipo de producción, muchas gracias. Chequi, muchas gracias. A todos ustedes, muchas gracias. A nuestra audiencia que nos ve, a aquellas personas que participaron, muchas gracias. Hoy es lunes, comienzo de una nueva semana de trabajo. Vamos a continuar esta semana con muchas presentaciones, especialmente que esta semana tenemos Halloween, tenemos Día de los Muertos también, tenemos finados, tenemos Analpichan, bueno, tenemos mucho, así que vamos a tener muchos invitados aquí y también vamos a estar invitándoles a ustedes que sean parte también de estos eventos. Así que este show repite a las 9 de la noche, hoy por la noche. Primero Dios, estaremos de vuelta con ustedes a la misma hora mañana. Mi nombre es Emmanuel.
And I'm Robert Checker Usher. Folks, we should be having personnel from the Banquita House of Culture on Wednesday. Then Thursday, we'll be having the National Garifuna Council Orange Walk branch. Then we'll be having Father Gilbert after that. Then Friday, we should have Mr. Tony Herrera will be here on Friday, if the good Lord so will. But RC1, thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to converse beside you and with you, even if it's only on telephone. But it's so great to have your presence here with us today, and we look forward to have you back.
Thank you very much. My
on
pleasure.
Monday, or if anything comes up before now on Monday, we need to discuss. Then we are always open. So once again, thanks to you all for tuning into the Sugar City Morning Show. Remember, we have the news coming up at 6:30 today, right here on North Television Channel 10, and the show repeats at 9 o'clock tonight. Have yourself a wonderful rainy day, Mr. Martinez, or not?
It's going to be sunny with cloudy periods.
Okay, so have
with
yourself
intermittent showers.
Have yourself
which is typical of the
a wonderful sunny with cloudy periods today. My name is Robert Checker Usher.
Hasta luego, se cuidan mucho y que tengan un precioso día.
Sugar City Morning Show.